Hey y'all, happy Thursday. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy new moon in Pisces. So I wanted to do a reading. I was going to do a reading on Friday, but there is an economic blackout tomorrow and I won't be on the socials tomorrow. So I'm going to post this reading today. It's also a new moon that is going to usher us into the first eclipse season of 2025. So the energies are strong, okay? And we have the sun, the moon, Mercury, Saturn, and the North Node in Pisces. And what that basically means is that a lot of us are going to be very much feeling like we don't know what's happening. Kind of in murky waters, if you will. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. And Neptune is the planet of dreams and illusions and the subconscious and the things that can more so be felt than seen. And so because we have this stellium, which is when 4 or more planets are in the same sign, because we have the stellium in Pisces, collectively we are going to be asked to surrender to the unknown. And any type of clarity that you might be seeking, any type of information that makes logical sense, this is not the time to receive that. Okay, so we are going to jump into a reading and see what energies are coming up for the Pisces new moon. New moons represent new beginnings, the beginning of a cycle. Okay, I think our next moon is going to be an eclipse. Our next full moon is going to be an eclipse. And so the energies are going to be kind of intense over the next few weeks. We have Venus going into retrograde in the sign of Aries on March 1st. And so we are just also coming out of Mars retrograde. And Mars is in Cancer, which Mars does not love to be in Cancer. And so there's just a lot of slow moving, murky, because even though Mars is out of retrograde, it just got out of retrograde, so it's still trying to like catch up with itself. And then it's in Cancer, and Mars represents our drive and our action, and it just represents us doing things, the things that we seek to do. And so for a lot of us, we've been feeling really stuck over the past few weeks, going all the way back to December. And so as that energy is starting to clear a little bit, we are still kind of, the train is still taking a little longer to kind of get moving. And for us to kind of come into contact with this very dreamy, murky energy, you might be asking yourself, what's happening? And that's okay. So we're going to just tap into some of the energy and see what's happening. So when I pulled cards for myself earlier, I got this card, Birthing a New Age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And Spirit told me to start the reading based off of this card, because I feel like of all the cards that I have, this is one of the best cards that kind of represents the energy of this Pisces stellium, dreaming a new world into being, because we're going to be coming into contact with lots of things that really don't make sense to our brains that have been used to a certain way of operating. You can expect miracles, you can expect things that literally have never crossed your mind to just like appear in front of you. And I don't mean like literal magic, but like shit, literally anything goes. Anything is up for grabs right now. But I just wanted to read from the guidebook because I think that it is a good representation of the energy that we're feeling. So birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often, our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often, what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we are in a transition period between ages. In the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise, like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and old ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are a part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. I am open to surrendering to the creations that are waiting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me. Please lead me. Please show me the way. And so right now, there are going to be things that come up in your life that maybe, just a couple months ago, you wouldn't have even given it a second thought, or you wouldn't have believed it, or you wouldn't have allowed yourself to surrender to the idea of this thing becoming a possibility, or this thing actually being able to manifest itself. But one of the things that we are being asked to do with all of this very watery energy is to allow ourselves to be surprised by what we discover. And so actually, I'm not going to do a past life card today. I'm going to go into the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And we have Take a Break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. And I think this is a great card because Pisces energy isn't really the energy of going out and trying to achieve things, trying to do things, trying to make things happen. It really is the energy of allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to explore unknown territories within your mind, within your community, just really allowing yourself to be curious about the unseen realms, to be curious about things that people told you did not exist, to allow yourself to be excited about the possibility of miracles, of things that people may have told you could never possibly happen in a million years. Like, this is the time where those things could very well happen. And so it's a very magical time. And I love this card, Take a Break, because a lot of us, if we do lean heavily into this energy of trying to figure out, trying to make sense of things, trying to just I don't know if logicalize is a word, but just trying to. It's so funny because even this reading, I'm like struggling to even find my words. I have Pisces in my chart. My 10th house is in Pisces, and so I feel comfortable with this energy, and I also have a stellium in the 12th house. So basically, this energy is something that I often feel connected to, and I used to go through my life really feeling as though nobody would ever be able to fully understand the words that would come out of my mouth. And it felt really frustrating until I realized that that's okay. It's okay that everybody is not going to understand your reality. And it is not our job to, somebody's spirit guide really wants someone to hear and to understand that it is not your job to make other people understand you. It is not your job to make other people believe in your reality, your perception of reality. We all have different perceptions of reality. It just is what it is. And as these structures are falling away, and as these things that we've been used to are kind of falling away and collapsing right before our eyes, a lot of our realities and the things that we truly believe at our core are going to begin to shift. And a lot of us are going to realize that the way that we would prefer to live our lives and the way that we would prefer to believe in certain things and perceive certain things is not going to, might not necessarily align with the people that you may have been in alignment with before. It's now the period of time where the outcasts are coming forward. Oh, hold on. 1 second. Sorry, somebody is fixing the toilet upstairs, so we'll just... But it is time for the outcasts, for the advocates, for... Somebody had mentioned the people that have been on the top are going to be at the bottom, and the people that have been the underdogs are going to now start to rise. And that is something that we are really going to start to see. And the people that have gone a lot of their lives feeling unheard, being unseen, are going to become advocates for others, and we are going to really begin to lean into birthing a new age and bringing and dreaming this new world into being. And I think that that's really beautiful. I'm gonna keep this short because people are going in and out. Come in. Okay. But I'm just gonna pull an affirmation card and then we'll move along. But I have engagement and inspiration. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven, because child, at the very least, I'll have a day that is slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will forever change my life. No pressure. And I love this card because with this energy, allow yourself to surrender and to expect the unexpected, right? So even I knew that he was going to come during this reading. I knew that. I had no doubt about it. He came earlier and said he would be back in a couple of hours. I didn't know what time he was coming back, but I knew that the unexpected thing would be for him to come during the reading, and the fact that he came, it was absolutely no surprise. And I kind of love that he came during the reading because that's kind of like the vibe, is literally just allowing yourself to just be surprised and allowing yourself to be inspired by this new energy and by these mystical, magical energies and things that come up. Inspiration. This is a SpongeBob cup, so it's square. So if I drink in the middle, all the water pours out the sides. I don't know who decided that was a good idea, but I love it. Anyway, there's a voice inside of me. There's a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. I could have sworn this was longer, but maybe not. Or clearly not, because, you know. Unless it magically changed, I don't know. No, there was something that came up when I was reading this. Oh, allow yourself to be inspired by this mystical energy, because a lot of the solutions and a lot of the things that we are going to need in this new world are new things, new ideas, new ways of being. The old ways that we used to solve problems, we're kind of like, we're kind of over that. We're not really in that space anymore. All those weird ideas that you thought would never matter, it's time for those. This is the best time for dreaming. This is the best time for dreaming and allowing yourself to just surrender to whatever comes up. And then I have these Disney cards. These are my daughter's cards, and something is in here. Something that wanted to come up. Okay. Tree. There's Winnie the Pooh on the tree. So I'm hearing, get out in nature. Allow yourself. These were on the bookshelf, and they were literally like, I want to be in the reading today. So, hey. Okay, so we got bounce, and we have tree. We have Tigger, bounce. So maybe this is a message for someone to shake, twerk. Allow yourself to get rid of any old negative energy that is weighing you down, because we're just in a new season, and so much of what we have needed before we just don't need anymore, and it's not going to serve us anymore. So allow yourself to be with the trees, allow yourself to shake. I'm actually so, I feel like there's one more in here. This is exciting because I don't even, these are not oracle cards, but you know, it's, you don't have to have like oracle cards. These are just ways to get messages. Sit. Love that. Literally, just relax. Sit under a tree. Do a little bit of bouncing. And just be. Alright, and with that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bounce. I hope you guys like that. I like that. That made me happy. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Remember, there is an economic blackout tomorrow. It would be so dope if everybody participated. There are, I'm going to write more in the comments if you're curious about what we are boycotting, the places that we will not be shopping. I will not be on social media tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday.